today. Because our country, which has been so blessed, and we've been so blessed to be a part of it, is in trouble. You all know it, and there's a sense of urgency out across America that we don't have in Washington yet. But Ken Buck understands that. And what we need in Washington are a few reinforcements who come from your ranks, not from the political establishment. And we can do it because you're going to make it happen. A lot of you have thanked me for coming here to help Ken. But I came here to thank you for helping Ken and really helping our whole country. I became very frustrated with our party. As Tom Tancredo just talked about, we came in '98. We thought we were part of a reform movement that started in '94, but we saw our party say one thing and do another for years. To talk about limited government, but then keep spending more, and everybody taking home all of their earmarks and pork and playing the game in Washington. And then America looked at the Republicans and finally decided we were no better than the other guys and threw us out in 2006, which they should have. But now we've seen what the other side can do. And it is frightening, folks. It is really frightening. The unbridled Democrat Party led by Barack Obama is leading our country to the left of Europe. And the only people who can stop it are folks out across America who can give us an earthquake election in November. And what I saw for years is I had conservative principles, but I didn't have any help in Washington, or very little help. But in the last couple of years, the help has started to come from the outside. And I've realized that even my own leadership can beat me in Washington, but they can't beat me here in Colorado and out across America because of you. Now, they can come out here and support another candidate for Senate, but that doesn't make any difference if you're supporting Ken Buck. Because Ken's going to win the primary, and we're going to show. We're going to show America that a conservative can win the general election, that the people of Colorado are not stupid like the Democrats think people are, that we can see what they're doing to our country, what they're doing with the spending and the borrowing and the debt and the government takeovers. Who would have thought just a few years ago that the federal government would own our largest auto companies, our largest insurance companies, our largest mortgage company, take over our healthcare industry, and just trying to take over our whole financial industry? You name it. They control our education system. It's time to take our country back. I'm up for re-election this year, and my wife and I talked about whether or not I should even run again. The reason we decided to run again, and I say we because any of you in elected office know that it takes both of you to make it work, is so many people out across the country just would come up to me, they would say, "Thank you for fighting. What can I do?" And a lot of them slip in there, "I'm praying for you." And this is happening everywhere. What you see right here, all across America, people who have not been involved in politics, people who just love their country and love our way of life, are stepping into the political fray because they're afraid for our country and they want to fight to take their country back. And folks, I'm here to thank you, because there are other places you could be, and politics is not necessarily a lot of fun to be a part of unless it's something like this with some good hot dogs. But I can tell you this, when this November happens and you're standing around Ken Buck's victory party and you're looking up on the board and you see what's happening all across the country as one establishment pick after another falls, you're going to know that you made a big difference, and we're taking back our country. Folks, I don't have to introduce Ken Buck to you. because you're here to support him. But I want to tell you this. I know this about Ken Buck. He's got the courage to say no. Those folks in Washington who think that they're compassionate by spending somebody else's money to do some special favor for someone or start a new government program, there's nothing compassionate about that. What is compassionate and courageous are the people who say no. When Obama says, yes, we can, we need a few people who say, no, you won't. And we got one. Ken Buck is one of them, and he's going to stand with those of us up there. We're going to take our country back. Ken?